Folks, I just wanted to take a moment to say that my thoughts are with all of you who are in isolation right now, who are experiencing tragic losses, lost wages, lost jobs, in some cases, flagging hope. But I want to say we are all in this together, folks. We are all in this together. And God willing, we will all get through this together as well. I always say, stay angry, because we need our anger to steel us against the predations of the woke wonders that are ruining our pop culture. But today, I would simply like to say, stay healthy and stay hopeful. You are not alone, not in spirit. Thank you and enjoy this video. You might well have been wondering, in light of Hollywood going bankrupt, Disney fighting for its life, theater chains going under, if maybe Hollywood was going to pull its head out of its ass and actually get back to just making entertainment that people want to see. Apparently not. Apparently Hollywood hasn't learned a damn thing in all of this crisis, because now they are going to make a female-centric Star Wars series, which is one of the funniest goddamn things I've ever heard, because what else have they been doing? Variety.com writes this article titled Star Wars Series from Russian Doll co-creator Leslie Headland in the works at Disney+. A new Star Wars series is in the works at Disney+, Variety has learned from sources. Details of the exact plot of the series are being kept under wraps, but sources say it will be a female-centric series that takes place in a different part of the Star Wars timeline than other projects. Headland is said to be attached to write and serve as showrunner on the series, with the show currently staffing. And the world collectively says, no shit! Are you serious? Disney is making a female-centric Star Wars series for Disney+? Heavens! Who would have thought such a thing? That's amazing! Since there's been no female inclusion, no female diversity, no female centricity in Lucasfilm up until now, well, guess what, folks? It's gonna get so bad. They have picked the wrong person to do this show. And I'm not just saying that lightly. This woman is like an SJW Typhoon 5 on the Sphinter scale. 5 being the top of the Sphinter scale. It's like the Richter scale, only when you see this chick coming, oh Nelly, you're in for a Rogering. Oh, I mean a Racheling. So, a female-centric Star Wars series. Well, let's look at what Disney has done thus far. Their first Star Wars movie, Rogue One, starred Jyn Erso. That was the protagonist, a Disney female. The Disney sequel trilogy, well, who was in that? Who was the lead in that? Was it Luke? A woman was the lead in that. The amazing Wonder Ray, the bestest ever. So we had to take 3 films worth of that. Then there was Solo, which should have been a male-dominated movie if ever there was one, seeing as how it's called Solo and it's about Han Solo. Not so fast there, Sparky. The Khaleesi was in there, Emilia Clarke, and she went ahead and she schooled Solo. She pwned Solo, not once, not twice, but 3 times a lady. Took over Solo, stole Solo right out from under his ass, which is no wonder because he couldn't even deal with a 16-year-old girl. As a matter of fact, turned out to be the raider that had bedeviled him for the whole movie. So, other than The Mandalorian, Disney Star Wars has been nothing but female-centric. Holy fucking shit. Kathleen Kennedy's agenda is soaked through to the bone of Lucasfilm and of Star Wars. And now they're going ahead and making a female-centric Star Wars. Well, go figure. And who do they get to do it? Leslie Headland, whose main credit is the Netflix series Russian Doll. Well, let me tell you something about Russian Doll. I tried to watch Russian Doll, desperate for entertainment in these times, and I made it about 8 minutes into it and had to shut it off. Not because it was woke, not because it was ramming an agenda down my throat, but because it was bad. The dialogue was lousy. The actress, the lead actress on the show, seemed like she was reading dialogue as opposed to inhabiting a character. She's supposed to be a coder, but she seems like a desperate failed comic with flop sweat all over her red-haired curly brow, and I couldn't stomach it. But that doesn't necessarily mean that Leslie Headland is a bad showrunner or a bad writer or a bad executive producer, does it? Surely, she might do a good job with this female-centric Star Wars, mightn't she? Well, not according to IndieWire, that previously published this profile of her, entitled Russian Doll Creator Leslie Headland, White Women Need to Step Up Their Game. According to this IndieWire article, quote, Russian Doll creator Leslie Headland had some strong words for her fellow white women at this week's Variety Inclusion Summit. During a panel discussion, Headland stopped the proceedings to call out what she saw as the white, pun very much intended, elephant in the room. I think white women need to kind of step up their game, to be quite honest, Headland said. Sorry, but I'm calling you bitches out. You really do. 'Cause I couldn't agree more with everything these women are saying, but I'm also seeing the silent killer, which is a lot of white women at the top who are kind of reinforcing a lot of old ideas. Headland added that many white people lack the language to explicitly demand diversity in their writers' rooms, casts, and production staffs. She emphasized that she was speaking from her own personal experience when she continued, I wasn't sure how to be an ally. I got so caught up in what kind of terminology I was supposed to be using and being politically correct. And as I started to rise in television, I started to get more blunt and start saying, I would like a black writer. Because if I said diverse, you get, well, white is diverse, which is something somebody said to me. I reached out to the women that I respect who are not white writers and directors, and I said, what should I say? What language should you use? And I think it's worth it if you're in a position of hiring power or green lighting power to reach out to people that are not like you and say, what can I do to be an ally? How can I support writers of color and LGBTQ and disabled writers? Used to be the main thing about writers was to pick good ones. Maybe that's why Hollywood sucks. Maybe that's why your revenues are down, Disney. Maybe that's why you can't sell any toys. Maybe that's why your profits have gone straight down the toilet. It's not all to do with the current situation. It's because you people couldn't make a good Star Wars movie to save your fucking lives. Now you're gonna turn away from the lesson that The Mandalorian should have taught you, that when you even do a mediocre series like The Mandalorian with a shred of fucking respect, you will do well and fans will forgive you and fans will watch this stuff. But no, you cannot even learn that rudimentary lesson. And now you've got to go ahead and develop an explicitly female-centric series for Disney Plus, because God knows, most of your audience has been women all along, right? You idiots. Here is the woman that's going to be making this female-centric Star Wars. Headland in this article added that her experience as a queer woman made her more sensitive to portrayals of gay characters. Quote, I find it a lot as a gay woman with gay characters, whether they be gay men or gay women, where I'm saying, that's not a gay person. You basically want me to cast someone that you find attractive, straight white man. Kathleen Kennedy strikes again. Kathleen Kennedy is ramming her agenda again down the throats of fans, and she's recruited the SJW equivalent of General Patton to ram an entire armored division of woke right down our throats. What are you doing, Iger? I thought Disney was fighting for its life, not trying to take its own life. But that is what you're doing. This is an absolute goddamn disgrace, and I cannot believe that this is happening. I cannot believe that Lucasfilm is this stupid. When I heard that Disney Plus was developing a new female-centric Star Wars series, my reply on Twitter was, no shit. In related news, the WHO now strongly recommends breathing as essential to good health. No fucking duh. So just remember, Disney, no whining when boys want nothing to do with this. I hope it does bang up Terminator 6 level business. Hashtag wokey brokey. And someone actually asked me in response to this post,
OMG, it's not even out yet and you're hating on it. I wonder why?
and I replied, why do we mock this new female-centric Star Wars show? The shoddy quality of Disney's Star Wars, the transparency of the agenda. Virtually all Disney Star Wars has been blatantly female-centric, and the hypocrisy of a world where a male-centric show would be denounced as sexist. That's why. Disney, your woke hand is writing a check that your woke ass can't cash. Keep it up. Doing a heck of a job. The force is female, Kathleen Kennedy said. Well, how's that been working out for you, Disney? From the center of the earth, this is Dictor Van Doomcock bidding you all, my friends, stay angry.